Alrighty then. Successful Investor 5-minute focus episode 1276 story complexity. Let me put the bottom line up front. Don't try to make a story so complex just to show how smart you are. Because if you're trying to show readers how stupid they are, you are not going to win. That is not a winning strategy. You can have a complex story, but that's because it weaves a tight weave and makes a nice compact blanket of a story, a complete story. Because there's a limit to how much a reader will enjoy when it comes to complexity in a story. You think about Foucault's Pendulum by Umberto Eco, or The Three-Body Problem, more recently by Cixin Liu. Some of those stories are so complex, however, they keep you engaged. Now, Foucault's Pendulum, I was never able to finish that. Same thing with the Silmarillion. That is like reading Genesis in the Bible. It is how many begats and family trees are you willing to read? So is it complex, or is it a story? Is it what? I know plenty of people who liked the Silmarillion. I personally love Tolkien, Hobbit, and Lord of the Rings, of course, but the Silmarillion, no way. That looks like his research notes for the other books. So no, I couldn't get through that. So was it complex, or was it just lacking in some of the story elements that made the other stories great? I don't know. I didn't study that far because I never made it through. The other stories, boy, just hard to read. And I don't know if that was me. I have a pretty good IQ, especially younger, when I was still sharp as a tack. Did I enjoy reading complex? No. I liked reading Robert E. Howard, escape fiction, entertainment, those kinds of stories. And that's what I still like. That's what I write. Books that are easier to read, like the background you see here. That's The Drone War. That actually just came out today. So put that up there. Very straightforward story, some twists, some little turns, but nothing that is going to bend your mind or require you to get a PhD in physics in order to understand what's going on. And some of the techno thrillers, Michael Crichton, what a great job he did on taking technical details, but making them simple to understand. And I think it was Freud who said, if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. So same thing when you're writing. You can take a complex subject, but you don't have to make it so complex that the readers can't understand, just to show how smart you are, how much research you've done, or other things, just to make it complex. Make it entertaining. That's what people want, entertainment. If you can teach them a thing or two, that's great, but you don't have to teach them something on every single page. So make it interesting so people want to read it a second time to see if they missed something on the first pass. One of my books, I just had a reader say, this is the third time he's read it, and he caught something new each time and realized a lot more was going on than what he initially thought. And that's great. That's a win for me. Those stories were complex. That was my Leviathan series. Those stories were complex, but not as complex as some other stories that were written just to be complex, just to be twisted and strange and time convoluted, because time isn't linear. Oh my God, humans dropping our head around time not being linear. Yeah, I can't do that. That's hard with the stories and making it work. People do flashbacks. Flashbacks are different. I don't like flashbacks personally in stories, but they can work. They can jump you back and help make the story interesting. All of it is about making the story interesting and keeping the readers reading. If you're trying to drive the readers away, except the most stalwart, well, that's not a winning strategy when it comes to making the most money you can for your book. So control your complexity. It's okay to teach readers a thing or two, but you don't have to pummel them page after page. Peace, fellow humans.